Alright, so we're double gaming. We're going to be talking about all the new generals that came out. Just doing a quick little Rhystic study and covering all the new ones we got. And I think we're going to start with cats. We've got Andy over here on my left, and we got Kyle over here on my right. Say hi, Kyle.
Hello.
There you go. And you don't have to say hello, Andy. You're part of the
people
show.
know you.
Yeah, shut up. And let's get right into it. We'll start with the first one spoiled on cats, which we have...
I believe you meant to say the best one.
Yeah, the best one.
Cats, yeah.
How about you say, man?
Aravo, War of the World. So he has Eminence at the beginning of combat on your turn. If he is in the command zone or the battlefield, another target cat you control gets Giant Growth, +3/+3. And when he's on the battlefield, whenever another cat you control attacks, you may pay 1 green/white. If you do, it gets Trample and +X/X, where X is equal to his power. Or Super Berserk.
Yes.
as I like to call it.
A crazy Berserk. And I believe you're building a deck around it right now, which should be showing up pretty soon on the show.
Yeah, the second they released him, that was brewing. It was done.
It's fantastic. And yeah, the +3/+3 is just ridiculous. It allows you to build just Voltron without actually having to put on equipment and shit.
Yeah, it's all about the Eminence ability. I mean, the deck is going to contain like 8 1-drop creatures that are swinging for 5 turn 2. And 2-drop creatures that are swinging for 6 turn 3. It's going to be non-stop equipment, power draw, and just 1-drop little cats.
It really is fantastic. Anything you want to say, Andy?
I mean, the Eminence mixed with his ability is really, really strong.
I just think Eminence alone in this set was kind of ridiculous. But
giving +6/+6 at the very least to any of your creatures.
For 3
0/0.
A 0, yeah, like Ornithopters are turning into like 6/7s.
As long as they're
I'm not
cats.
ready. Oh no, yeah.
As long as they're a Catathopter.
Oh god, if it was any creature, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, I mean, like considering what we're gonna have to play against, it's literally any creature.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Jungle Lion.
Unironically.
Yeah. Get some Scythe Leopard in.
Oh yeah. So she's ridiculous. And so next we have Miri, the Weatherlight Duelist. A first strike, and whenever she attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat, and as long as she's tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. So essentially just a dueling grounds on a 3/2 first strike.
Essentially just staples the deck together.
Yeah,
You're probably swinging for 6/5 first strike, you know what I mean? The cat's gonna live, the cat's gonna make it to your turn, and they're gonna swing at you with 1 thing.
Yeah, they won't be able to retaliate.
Cat. You know, so
Not Jungle Lion.
yeah.
Can't intercept.
A whole another general all by itself too for Voltron. Just good.
Yeah, having to make one person, just only 1 creature can block is so nuts.
Not to mention, it's good for like an overrun type effect too. 1 creature they control is blocking any amount of yours. She doesn't have to attack alone.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah. So once again, I mean, Nakadal Warp Ride is pretty much going to be my go-to for the cat deck, and she just made that happen even more.
That's gonna be so annoying.
You know, Menace is a thing.
That too. I mean, if you can get Menace and
I know.
white
If I just
and
put
green.
Menace on Miri, just
throw a Menace on Miri and you're never ever gonna get blocked. Your whole field's not gonna get blocked, and then you have the whole upside of just not having to deal with getting.
Yeah, not having to deal with the retaliation
Now-
after you piss 1 person off.
You gotta watch out for somebody giving her like vigilance and just oh no. But that probably won't
it's still not bad. There's still nothing wrong with a 3/2 first strike vigilance that they can only block with 1 creature.
That's true.
It's true.
Still not upset.
That is funny that she doesn't work very well with a lot of white vigilance enablers. But and then
Lastly, it was
last but not least, we have Nazaran, the Revered, the Revered Bladesmith. It's a 6-drop. When he enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any equipment card and reveal it. If you reveal a card that matches with him, called Hammer of Nazan this way, or Nazan. Yeah, Nazan.
I think Nazan is probably.
Yeah, Jesus. And you can just put it straight on the battlefield. Otherwise, you put the card in your hand and shuffle your library. So it's essentially just a Stoneforge Mystic. And then whenever an equipped creature you would control attacks, you may tap up to 1 target creature defending player controls. Now, yeah.
I mean,
This is all you, Andy.
Obviously, like anything that ETBs and grabs unit equipment is going to be ridiculous. On top of the fact, if you're building a deck that's revolved around it, you can constantly just grab whatever you want. I'm pretty sure the hammer is
+2/+0, indestructible.
I've got it right here.
And whenever it or another equipment enters the battlefield, you get to equip it immediately. So
Yeah,
this guy's
so
already a 7.
you hit like the hammer, and then you just go pick whatever you want up, and then just put them right on whatever you want. And then on top of that, you have tapping target creature. So
Yeah, that I always forget about that. I totally forgot he had that text. It just seems like
He doesn't need
flavor
it.
at that point.
Yeah, he doesn't need it.
Like it didn't
if they
need
have
it.
that one thing that's chumping you out, you just
hammer knock it over.
They're sitting there with a Thompson Lacrum, and like you got all the swords on someone, and you're just, I don't care.
I can
You're
plug it
taking
now.
this one. So I mean, he definitely is pretty strong, and then like the 6 for a 5/4 that has a pretty strong ETB is always good.
Plus,
and
plus
you
if you
know,
get the hammer,
if
he's
you
an
get the
indestructible.
hammer, he's a 7/4 indestructible.
At the bare minimum.
I mean,
That
I might
taps
be, I'm
something.
probably gonna make him into.
Yeah, you replace him with
That
tonight.
seems pretty good.
Yeah.
And so next, I believe they started revealing the dragons, but we're gonna save those for last because we already talked about those. So we've got vampires were after that, and the flagship general of the deck with Eminence is Edgar Markov.
Eminence.
Eminence.
What did I say?
Evanescence
the thing.
again.
God damn it!
You're not allowed to talk.
Andy, you take this. I'm done.
Alright, so it's Edgar Markov. He's 6-drop 3 and then Mardu, so red, white, black. Eminence, whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is in the command zone or on the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. Edgar Markov also has first strike haste, and whenever Edgar Markov attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control.
And he's
a
4/4, which is just
Yeah,
solid.
which is essentially a 5/5 on attacks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
on each.
yes,
oh my
on
god,
each.
it's not even
Yeah, he does himself.
So you boost him. So every single vampire spell you play is gonna just give you another vampire.
I mean, that makes things
It's
even like the
insane.
1/1, even like
Yeah,
the one
if it's
drop.
zero
is-
on one-
Start getting big fast.
Vampire Lacerator is 1 for 3 power.
It's, yeah, he's.
It gets
I-
kind of
Get
ridiculous.
him
That-
down
So-
to 10.
I mean, how many vampire lords are there? It's got to be at least 5 or 6.
There's a lot of vampires.
There's Bloodline Keeper. There's the. I know there's the Captivating Vampire, and there's at least
There's
a
the
few
Lord
other
of
ones.
There's the
Lineage,
captain.
Oh, there's
There's
the-
obviously Nocturnus. but
Baron
that's
Singer.
the
Big
best.
vampire. There's the
Baron Singer.
Yeah, Baron Singer.
There's the one
Buy
that
it
gives them
now.
all like first strike too, I believe. The like.
That's the
um,
captain.
Oh yeah, the captain, the
yeah,
Stormkirk captain.
Drug skull.
No, it's
No.
Stormkirk, Dragskull's the zombie tribe. But,
I got them all somewhere. I'm sure I'll build this one too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it'll
Edgar's-
just split
yeah,
this back
Edgar's the-
together.
Not to
Dead.
mention he's first strike haste, so he's a 6-drop immediate like 5/5. That's probably gonna be like, I don't care, I'm hitting you with first strike.
Yeah.
So he's another lord.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, he is essentially just another.
He himself
lord.
is a lord.
You just got to be angry. You can't just sit there with your vampires with this guy.
No, this
I
is
mean,
the-
honestly, you could. Like, somebody's not
Captivating
really gonna stop you
vampire?
from yeah, as soon as you're just like captivating vampire, he immediately puts 2 into play. Play 1 more. There's another one into play, and then
Yeah.
you just like start giving me your things.
Jesus. Yeah, I think of all the Eminence abilities, he's definitely probably the strongest.
He's like the stupidest. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything like techie with him.
You
You,
literally
gotta
just
play
build-
vampires.
Yeah.
Like,
You put
Yeah.
40 vampires in a deck, you call it a day, and he just sits there. You don't even
He
have
just
to
sits there and
ask him.
gives you-
He
he's
can
Yeah.
be mono black.
He's probably the closest to like. He might be the closest to a Loro. I would say that Arabo could be too, just because the +3/+3 feels pretty strong.
Yeah.
But just being like,
Yeah, just doing
I
shit
don't
from
need
your
you. You're
command
just
zone.
gonna do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even need to play. You're just gonna win me the game anyways.
Yep.
So next we had
Lycia.
Lycia, the Sanguine Tribune.
Not Leisha?
Lycia? I don't know. Lycia.
Lycia.
Say-
Lycia.
Yeah, I see a
Whatever.
Leisha without a name.
She costs 1 less for each life you've gained this turn. So she's a 8-drop 4/4, first strike lifelink, and then you can pay 5 life and put 3 +1/+1 counters on her, but only once each turn. Only on your turn, only once each turn. So
I mean, you better believe if you're gonna gain 5 life to make her a 3-drop. you're gonna just pay the 5 life.
Right afterwards.
Well, now you're a 7/7.
Yeah, 7/7
Surprise.
first strike lifelink. They all first strike.
And then you
Jesus.
gain 7 life when you swing with her, and then you're just like, I don't care about this 5 life anymore now.
Yeah,
She's like
do it
an
again.
11/11, or she's a 10/10.
The second you put 1 counter on her, her ability's free if she swung.
Not to mention if you're focusing towards like a lifelink style deck.
Yeah, you're gonna
Obviously, you guys have seen it with Karlov, and he's not even that into it.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I have like 100 lives in it.
you just get it
very
eventually.
easily gain the life, turn 3 or 4, and then just.
I was a little
Fire.
put off by the mana cost at first. Like 8 mana is just.
And then you realize that gaining life isn't that hard.
Well, like you got to figure. I have to imagine it's going to count the command tax too.
Yeah, it does
so,
count.
Like if you gain 7
it's like
life, then you're just like it's still a 3-drop.
yeah, it's just still a 3-drop. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And almost every time it's just a 7/7 for 3.
Yeah, I can
so
see
you
very
could
few
actually
times where you
swing it
would-
in after paying the 5 life. If
Have it die.
you just pay 3.
Recast.
That's so true.
Oh my god.
Wow, I didn't even think about how good she was on combat the next turn. It just come back,
Yeah.
3 counters
She
on
pretty
her.
much pays for herself. I mean, once it starts going though.
Yeah.
I've swung enough.
Still, it's she's definitely disgusting. I actually I want to see if I can call us now. She's definitely going to be good enough for Legacy, I think.
Yeah.
A 3-drop
Eternal.
7/7, like Jesus, like
You can gain enough life.
if you can gain enough life, but I definitely put her. I put her up there. I mean, she's definitely better than Woolly Thopter. And
It's all the way down.
Is it? Oh yeah, the next vampire's down here. And so we have, last but not
Markov.
least, Kyle's especially excited for him. He is a 3-drop 3/3 with Menace, and at the beginning of your end step, you put a bounty counter on target creature an opponent controls. For as long as that creature has a bounty counter on it, it has, when this creature dies, each opponent draws a card and gains 2 life.
So the most interesting thing about this general is how the ruling truly works, which took me a while to research it. But essentially, you're giving that creature that ability. So if Mothas is out in the field, you target the same creature twice. Each of that creature's opponents draw 2 cards and gain 4 life when it dies.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with the amount of counters on it, but the amount of times you target the creature.
Yep. The target immediately puts that text on it. It's really weirdly worded. I'm not sure why they didn't do it a different way, but yeah, that's apparently how that works. For if anybody's wondering,
Yeah.
we looked it up especially, but oh yeah, he's fantastic. It's like group hug, but with like a spin on it that doesn't make it so much helping everybody as picking one dude. To,
Yeah, I was gonna say my deck is not going to be very group huggy at all. It's going to be group hate. I'm going to make you guys not want to draw cards. I'm going to make me want to draw cards and instead make you discard cards. Like you get the word aways type stuff going in this.
oh god.
I'm excited.
bonds.
Polluted bonds, yeah. I'm excited for that kind of deck and or even Rainagore.
Yeah.
Rainagore is probably going to be my favorite thing with that general.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. So
You
he
can-
just he definitely has the control aspect. He doesn't really have to do with vampires. He could.
It's very political. You pick
It's
one
very
dude,
political.
and probably everyone will want to kill it anyways if you pick something everybody hates. So
Yeah, of course.
I can't wait to Song of Dryads.
I'm gonna be so upset. So upset.
Is there anything that gives you 2 end steps?
No, I checked. So you can only do the trigger
2
ability
upkeeps.
twice.
Yeah, you can get 2
Strionic
upkeeps.
Resonator.
You can skip your
Oh,
upkeep.
you can try.
Yeah, you could.
That's
yeah.
like an auto include with that guy.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to put more bounties on shit. So what we have next is we're gonna move to wizards, and the front box wizard is Inala, the Archmage Ritualist. She's a 5-drop with Grixis. Eminence. Whenever another non-token wizard enters the battlefield under your control, if Inala Archmage Ritualist is in the command zone or on the battlefield, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that wizard. The token gains haste and is exiled at the beginning of the next episode. You guys are assholes. Tap, and then you can tap 5 untap wizards you control, and target player will lose 7 life. So, I think I mean, as far as wizard tribal goes, I found that it's a little hard because almost all the wizards are are legendary for the most part. There's quite a few that work well with it, but I think there are ways to break her ability that are a lot easier.
Yeah, I think you already figured that out.
Oh,
Don't you have the... Well, that was artifact anyways, but can you just be like legend rule doesn't matter?
Yeah, you could do mirror. Mirror gallery is definitely like an auto include if you want to go the wizard tribal route.
Not to mention Sundial the Infinite.
Yeah,
Card that I love that just got another good use.
Yeah, I got a fantastic use, so you get to keep the token. Tapping the 7 or the 5 wizards to have a target player lose 7 life is definitely nothing to sneeze at, especially once if you can get it kind of rolling and you can have them untap each upkeep. I believe there's an enchantment that whenever a wizard or whenever a creature dies, you may untap all the creatures with the same card type or creature
Tap
type.
or untap, yeah.
Tap or untap all of them with the same type. And yeah, if you can kind of roll that around, you can just take out people if they even look at you funny. Just kind of go boop 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 boop. Use a sack outlet and just really tear somebody apart.
Yeah, what I noticed about all the wizards that have been printed before, they all tend to just sit there untapped, tap for an effect, and really not do anything otherwise. This is not going to be a combat general.
Oh yeah, you're not.
It's going to be you
anything.
sit around, you make it so other people can't do stuff with your untapped wizards, and you eventually just 7.
Yeah, just take out one person at a time just
Yeah.
by copying the ability. I mean, copying the ability is 14. I mean, you definitely use the
The Cody just drink it.
Yeah, if you
Just oh no.
Yeah, so it seems
she's definitely more powerful than maybe I'm missing, but I have a plan to try and break that Eminence ability. Maybe not quite focusing so much on the wizards, but you guys will see that eventually. And next wizard we had was a pretty straightforward one. We have Kess, the Dissident Mage. She's a 4-drop 3/4 with flying. And during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. If a card was cast this way, it would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead.
there's not much to say other
Yeah,
than
really,
good
just
stuff Grixis.
Snapcaster every turn. Yeah, it really is the most good stuff general out of pretty much anything here. You're just playing instant sorceries and then just casting them back for... just getting them back whenever you want, just Yogg-willing one every turn. So she's fantastic.
Yeah, if anyone wanted just I don't really care what my general is, I just want to play Grixis.
Yeah,
there you go. You got it.
A fluff general is is great for Kess. And I think a lot of people, if they're playing Grixis or more colors, are going to be just running her on just the value of recasting tutor, stuff like that alone. She's going to be real powerful.
She's definitely going to be obnoxious with extra turns.
Yeah, you do get 2 extra turns out of every yeah.
And then the next turn you do another one and blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure someone's going to make this deck that does the same thing every time and Merrymac Phantasms and Dumbfall.
No, that's the other one.
That is the other one too.
That's the other one. We gotta talk about
they
him.
both work well out of just dumping your graveyard, your library into your graveyard. So I don't know. I don't really...
Oh, she's fantastic. I can't wait.
She's going to be really fun as one of the 99.
Definitely. I wouldn't run her as a general, but... Definitely as a 99, you're going to see her a lot.
Yeah, you already got Nicobolas as your fluff.
Yeah.
You're good.
Sure, fluff. It's the head of the deck. He's necessary. And then the last wizard we have is Marisol the Pretender. When he enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact or creature card from your hand or graveyard and put a cage counter on it. Marisol the Pretender has all activated abilities of all cards you own in exile with cage counters on them. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. So this guy's really weird. It took me a long time to figure out what to do.
I almost feel like that's what he was for. So the same kids that played like Duels of the Planeswalkers and did the absolute hardest Storm challenge and just felt like sitting there for an hour to figure out something out in Magic. Here's your general.
Yeah, they have a name for that. They're called Johnnies. They specifically design really strange cards for them all the time. You know, like the garbage, like dubious challenge and stuff. This was definitely a general design for people who want to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, those kids want to spend 2 hours on Gatherer and win turn 3. Here you go. you help yourself.
To win turn 3 by some convoluted way nobody knows what just happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you constantly have those abilities regardless of it.
Yeah, he keeps them
still
as
dies or not.
Yeah,
absolutely,
exactly.
and that's I mean, obviously he's meant to go with the
As long as they have
Eminence.
cage counters. counters.
He's meant to make a copy of them, so you exile both and get both abilities with the other general.
Yeah, so even if you make a copy of them, as long as the cage counters are there, it doesn't matter. So if you make a copy of them, it still works, which is pretty cool. I know we've got a friend who figured out how to do it. It has something to do with Merrymac Phantasm and just I can't remember.
Narcomoeba.
Getting back Narcomoeba and then Dread
some
Return.
other
Just
weird...
having your whole library in your graveyard apparently just wins the game. So you just entomb that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll have him on the show to have him just win turn
something
5
like
with that.
entomb Merrymac Phantasm, play this, mill your whole deck and win that turn.
It seems ridiculous. I'm sure we'll have him on at some
Johnny
point.
Supreme.
So you guys can watch it happen. It'll be a 10-minute episode. Super easy to edit. You guys just get to watch.
I just want to get some damage in with the cats before I go.
Yeah, exactly. Just play cats so you can at least do like 15 damage.
Or I'll
and
just
then
stats
die.
Tiger and win.
Ooh.
Oh no, because he does a Laboratory Maniac.
Yeah, you Laboratory. Yeah. Isn't Laboratory Maniac great? I can't believe they didn't reprint him in the set. I don't think he comes
no
in the
one
set.
likes to lose that way.
Teferi's response. Yeah, Teferi's. I can't lose the game. Everything's gone.
Bail.
So what we have next is, and the last but not least, is the dragons. They were already spoiled, and we've already done a Rhystic study, so we won't go too long into them. But the face of the deck is the Dragon, not just his scion, but the Dragon, and he has Eminence. All your dragon spells cost 1 less to cast. There's no other dragon spells other than, I guess, if you.
Yet.
Yo.
They printed Dragon Permanent on Dragonstorm. Now their Dragon spells cost 1 less. I'm telling you, Tribal's coming back.
Yeah, tribal
Just
subtypes.
made tribal.
Yeah, I know. It disappoints me so much that they keep printing cards like this and not
sorcery dragon.
Yeah, dragon sorceries and stuff. Like, I can't believe they didn't do anything like that.
Yeah, I mean like the tribal.
I mean, if there's any
card
shapeshifter,
type.
like shapeshifter. Tribal,
Yeah, I guess.
like
I guess. Crib swap costs 2, which is.
Yeah.
Just
Get into a nameless inversion for 1.
So. So, anyways, he's a 10/10.
That's how you EDH.
He's a 9-drop 10/10 with flying, all 5 colors, and whenever 1 or more dragons you control attacks, you draw that many cards, and then you can just plop that many permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield, which is ridiculous.
If I'm staring this guy down,
a permanent card, not that many. You're crazy.
no.
Oh,
You may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. You can draw that many cards though.
Oh yeah.
You don't get to put. That many
my
permanents.
God! Wow.
No, that's too good.
That's what I thought.
Everything I drew.
You might as well
Did I win
just Genesis
matching?
wave at that point.
Yeah, wow.
Right.
I totally underestimated him.
So aside from him being
overestimated. Yeah, overestimated. No, he's worse now.
No, he sucks. I'm done.
Well, I think a
Dark
9-drop
Flames.
10/10 flying card advantage 5 color plop stuff into play. He's just
I mean, it's still 9-drop.
he's the Dragon.
All 5 colors. I mean, you definitely get 5 colors worth of ability.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: if I get swung at with him and 2 other dragons, I probably just lost.
Yeah, that's true. That's a lot of damage.
Not if you play Teferi's thing.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I was printed. Yeah, Phil. I don't want to lose. No. Yeah, I mean, he's still pretty fantastic. I mean, if you didn't want to play Scion the Dragon as like combo or as like a strange like reanimator subtype, you can just go with Dragon. They're all cost less, and then you can just beat face with them. I mean, you still draw that many cards, so every attack is just worth it.
If you want your dragons to stick around, you play this guy.
Yeah. If you want your dragon, if you want your dragons to stick around, you don't want to ever run out of gas. This is the guy to do it. And then next there was.
Cat Dragon.
O-Kagachi.
Oh, no. Well, we won't be talking about the little guy, the little squirts that come in there. But we will be talking about O-Kagachi Vengeful Kami, which is the 6-drop 6/6 flying trample. Whenever O-Kagachi Vengeful Kami deals combat damage to a player, if that player has attacked you since during his or her last turn, you can start exiling target non-land permanent that player controls. So you can kind of get them back for them attacking you.
There's exactly one thing that excites me about this general, and that's Spirit Tribal, only because they printed the Divinity counter card. So that enchantment that puts a Divinity counter on a creature you control and gives it indestructible. What was it?
Yeah, when it enters, you choose a creature type,
Kindred
and then you
Boom.
can pay 2. Yeah, Kindred Boom. And then all creatures you control with divinity counter become indestructible. But then you
So
can...
I'm not sure if anyone remembers Myosians, but those are very expensive cards, spirits only. When you cast it from your hand, it has a divinity counter, and removing it is one of the biggest abilities. Drawing cards, you go the permanents, your opponents discard their hands. Just absolutely insane. So now you can just pay 2 and
get
do
another
it as many
one
times as you want. You can just constantly make your opponents discard their cards, constantly draw equal to cards, equal to permanents you control.
You can blow up every land. You could just Armageddon whatever you want for 2 mana. You got.
As long as you got mana rocks.
Yeah, so you got a Soul Ring and a Selesnya Signet, and boom, you're just blowing it up every turn.
As a fan of already proliferating on Myosians, this guy made me happy.
Yeah, that got a lot better with that card.
Yeah, it got a lot better.
Before he was meh. He was definitely printed mostly for flavor and to give a 5-color spirit finally, because they really needed one. Because Genju of the Realms, it doesn't necessarily count.
It's a legendary land.
It's a legendary enchantment. That enchants a land in terms of but people wanted a 5-color spirit and they did it. And I mean, even if he's a little boring, he's certainly solid.
I mean, he's still a 6-drop flying trample.
Flying trample 6.
Like, he's gonna punch you in the face really hard.
Yeah, and then if you try and punch back, you can just start taking out their shit.
Oh,
so.
yeah?
Yeah, I mean, you won't want to attack this guy.
Exile that.
There's that.
Nope, Teferi, Bell.
Can't wait to die. It's Ramos.
Yeah. Where is he?
The artifact one all the way at the bottom, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But in my opinion, the best one.
Yes, this is the one I'm excited for. Ramos the Dragon Engine. 6-drop, 4/4 flying. He's an artifact creature, but he still counts as 5-color because he's got the colors in his ability. So he has the commander identity, or the color identity of 5-color. And it's whenever you cast a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Ramos Dragon Engine for each of that spell's color. So one monocolor spell gives you 1, and a 3-drop or a 3 multicolored spell gives you 3. It's ridiculous. Then you can remove 5.
Oh, Slippery Boko gives you 2.
Slippery Boko gives you 2. The hybrid cards are great.
Watch out for that, guys.
Yeah. You remove 5 +1/+1 counters from Ramos. You can remove 5 at any time, and you can add basically 2 of each. Yeah, 2 of each color to your mana pool, but only once each turn. So this guy can just, if you cast a whole bunch of spells, you can just completely refill your mana to cast even more spells. I have plans for this guy, just an all multicolored deck. I've already tried building with the Idris, but that was just for shits and giggles. Now there's a point to it.
Now I'm playing Solemnity, so.
No counters.
Yeah.
You can play the Scarecrow guy to get 5 counters on him, and then remove those counters to play a Scarecrow guy for 10.
Yep. You bounce it back to your hand to recast him again.
Get 5 counters.
Just waste a whole bunch of time.
Look what I did.
Look what I did.
Yeah, I just see it being a little bit scary because you can run colorless ramp just to hit your general, and then once you start playing multicolored spells thereafter.
Yeah, you can just. Yeah. I love the idea of removing.
It will be tricky for the mana. Obviously, like your general's no big deal, but then you got to make sure you have the right stuff for the right spells.
Yeah,
because it's obviously gonna be multicolor support like you did with Idris. And I know from you playing Idris, it was one of those things where you'd be like, I have this perfect spell, but I have no red mana.
Oh yeah, I mean there's stuff like that, but I was definitely I restricted myself in that deck. I wasn't allowed to play anything that wasn't multicolored.
That's true.
When I build this one, I'm not doing that.
I mean, this also you just have to hit 5 counters, and you're just like, I need red.
It's not like you have to cast spells on him either. You just put counters on him.
Yeah, you could just put counters on him. I didn't even think of that. I should probably relook at my list. But even still, I love the idea of just on someone else's turn removing the 5 counters and just like Sphinx's Revelation for 7, just instant speed. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not having to tap any mana.
Not having to tap any mana.
You can pretty much have like a pretty strong control.
Yeah. Plus, presence. you'll have a presence of 10 mana whenever the hell you want it. It's disgusting.
It's terrifying.
And then you get the 2.
Yeah,
until somebody plays Solemnity. Then and you just beat them to death with a 4/4 dragon.
I mean, if they're playing Solemnity, they're probably playing white.
No, you beat them to death.
Dark Stew mutation. Just
crap.
Yeah, that'd be sad. But
yeah, but overall, I see getting access to every color just to put counters on them.
I'm gonna cast Progenitus with him. Straight up remove 5 counters.
You do get to remove 5.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for it.
I don't know. I might use them in Progenitus. Just for shiggles.
I mean, you should. But we're getting close to a while on this. We've covered all the ones that will come in as the face generals. There's a couple of other small fries that were in the decks as new legendaries, but a lot of them aren't very exciting and not much worth talking about. But yeah, I mean, Taigim is
They're
awful.
terrible.
They're all pretty meh overall. I mean, there's a cat dragon, but we already talked about her. But that was our nice little review of all the new generals. So we didn't have to put it in the actual Commander 17 video, which we will be doing about a week from now when they first come out. We didn't get them in advance like all these other people, apparently, all these other big name stores.
Yeah,
but
2 weeks ago. What's
yeah,
wrong with you guys?
that's
They got it 2 weeks in advance.
they got it 2 weeks in advance. How is that? Like, that's garbage.
2 weeks in 1 week.
How are we supposed to compete with that?
By saying they're bitches.
'Cause I-
Yeah, by saying they're bitches. Don't. Well,
Plus
I mean,
you have-
we like Card Kingdom, but don't buy from Star City. They're assholes and
Hey,
they got
that's
their
not-
decks.
Buy whatever you want to buy your cards. Man.
No, boycott.
There's no boycotting anything. If you want your cards, obviously support your local gaming stores.
Yeah, definitely. Go
But-
buy the Commander decks. They're all fucking awesome.
If you need a
really.
card, you buy a card.
Yeah. But
When you need that Slimity to stop Ramos.
When
Star
you're
City's
taking
the
that-
only one that's got it. You know, press that card button.
you add that to your card, you get that immediately. But yeah, we're Double Gaming, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.